Hey everyone, welcome back to our Kebulan, where we break down Nigeria's toughest issues with facts, not just hype. Today we are tackling a hot topic: why President Tinubu may never end insecurity in Nigeria. See, insecurity, banditry, kidnappings, terrorism, and all that have plagued us for years. Under Tinubu, who took office in May 2023, more than 2 years ago, we have seen promises, but the violence persists. Farmers can't farm, kids are kidnapped from school, and communities are sacked. Is Tinubu's administration doomed to fail here? We will explore structural, political, and systematic reasons backed by reports and expert views. If you value unbiased analysis, hit like and subscribe. Let's dive in. Session 1, we talk about the inherited mess and systematic failure. First off, Tinubu inherited a security nightmare from previous regime of President Muhammadu Buhari, but critics argue his approach hasn't evolved enough to fix it. Nigeria's armed forces are crippled by corruption, outdated equipment, and low morale, issue that predate him but haven't been aggressively tackled. A Council on Foreign Relations report highlights how monumental graft has left the military ineffective against evolving threats like Boko Haram in the northeast and bandits in the northwest. Tinubu's midterm scorecard shows efforts like joint operation and rescues. Over 2,000 terrorists neutralized as formally reported, and 1,900 hostages freed in early 2024. But these are reactive, not preventive. Amnesty International slammed his first 6 months for failing to uphold human rights and rights abuses. Why? Implementation stumbles due to bureaucratic inertia and lack of fiscal discipline. While he pushes for state police and military salary hikes to boost morale, skeptics say without rooting out corruption, these are band-aids on a gaping wound. Prince Adewale Adeboye, a former presidential candidate, accuses Tinubu of losing control, treating governors as political assets rather than security partners. Take, for example, what happened in River State between Nyesom Wike and his successor some months ago. On X, users echoed this. One post called security a rigging tool for election, suggesting APC benefits for chaos in controlled local government areas. Without addressing this, real progress stalls. Secondly, political calculation over expertise. Here is where it gets political. Tinubu, a master strategist, appoints based on alliances, not merit. Think defense ministers from bandit hit northwest for optics, but lacking fresh ideas. Critics like Ojugu claim he attacks opposition-linked businesses while ignoring mass murder, blending failure with wickedness. PDP alleges he is surrendering to criminals. Insecurity ties to economics. Bandits disrupt farming, fueling food shortages, yet policies ignore root causes like Fulani networks. Some say he packs with for power. How true or false is that? We cannot just ascertain. His rule sustains violence to protect enablers. Even supporters admit challenges overshadow efforts. Trump's threats of US intervention highlight global concern. Tinubu must balance or risk failure. But with nepotism unchecked, as lawyer Inigbe Effiong notes, reform crumble. Then thirdly, why effort may fall short. Tinubu's recent declaration, national security emergency, fresh recruitment, state police push are bold. Southern rulers endorse him, and yet Africa Report warns security could be his Achilles heel for 2027 election. But when you talk about it, we are looking forward to 2027, where we have not solved the problem of this present year. Protests on Instagram demand resignation over handling, but none of them are possible. The core issue is that insecurity isn't just military, it is tied to poverty, corruption, and most importantly, politics. Without holistic reform, like Oronsai's report, fully legislated, gains evaporate. Tinubu may never end insecurity due to entrenched corruption, political priorities, and reactive policies. While he is troubled and acting without bold, unbiased overhaul, Nigeria stays trapped. What do you think? Can he just turn it around? Well, we cannot just know. But his tie with the North and his political godfathers, supporters, and all that will make things very difficult. So, and until then, we keep losing a lot of lives and people and properties, businesses, and everything.